Imagine your life a house of cards, every move calculated, every emotion controlled, future mapped with precision. Trust your choices, your marriage, your friends. Then one day, the lie. Trust, just currency in someone else's game. This isn't betrayal, it's destruction, revenge, a downfall orchestrated with ice. No accidents, no rash decisions, just cold strategy and one burning question. How far to set things right? Ready to open this door? Step inside, but truth is darker than you can imagine.
Greetings, friends, watching from New York City. Subscribe and make me happy. Let's begin.
My early years. Quiet Connecticut town. Life predictable rhythm. Family-rooted generations, thanks to Dad's insurance success. Carter synonymous with trust. Close-knit town, order and structure appealed. Numbers, finance fascinated me. Markets, wealth, intricate puzzle. Finance degree, eager to forge my own path. Dad's legacy, build something unique. Mission, help people grow wealth responsibly, minimize risk, but establishing myself harder than expected. Carter's son, distinguishing myself took time. Conservative strategies resonated with clients valuing security. Ambitions grew beyond town limits. Expand reach, bigger city, divide time, hometown, city, grow client base, secure future. This weekend, priorities elsewhere. Monthly social gathering. 3 couples, rotating hosts. Aurora and her husband, Derek. Aurora, my wife, Sarah's closest friend, neighbors, Monica and Josh. Others joined sometimes, but 6 constants, late 20s, no kids. Careers, friends, leisure. Aurora and Derek, no kids. Josh, 2 from previous marriage, lived with their mom. Get-togethers themed, game night, sports, poolside at Josh's in summer. Aurora and Sarah planned everything, engagement high. Sarah, wavy light brown hair, hourglass figure, playful, attention-loving, tested my patience, never crossed lines in our relationship. Oregon native, ties deep. Finance degree, state university, financial planner certification. Introverted, market trends, economic patterns, comfort. Dad, Elliot Carter, insurance, initial boost. I, Tom Carter, TJ, to start. Office in his building, first year relentless work, clients, investment philosophy, proving worth. Wealth grows steadily, securely, I assured them. National firm affiliation, financial data, independent research. Enjoyed it. First year moderate success, steady returns, some exceeding market. Sharing office with Dad, his clients gravitated. Trust-based relationships, clients valued. Second year, small town limitations evident. Economics told me, full potential, expand beyond familiar borders. Evening, weather ideal outdoors. Deck, seating, outdoor kitchen, grill, perfect setting, igniting barbecue. Turned to Sarah. Tonight's theme? Her eyes lit up. Game. Exciting, hilarious, entertaining. Doesn't that sound fun, TJ? Friendly rivalry, most memorable night. I was in it for food, drinks, company, fondness for wine, sometimes too much. Few nights indulged more than I should have. What game? I inquired, curious. Sarah flashed a knowing smile. Trust me, figured it out. Focus on grill. Suited me fine. Food prep, thoughts drifted to friends arriving. Aurora and Derek. Aurora, Sarah's best friend since high school. Curvier figure, confidence. Derek, diesel mechanic in city. Relaxed, easygoing, never minded Aurora's playful flirtation. 6'3", imposing figure, laid-back demeanor. We got along, partners' strong connection only reason. Monica and Josh, neighbors. Not sure how friendship formed seamlessly integrated social circle. Monica, ordinary face, extraordinary physique, slim, toned, contrast to Sarah's softer curves. Intelligent, easiest to relate to. Josh, golfer, lean, 5'9", confidence, initially rubbed me wrong way. Grew to appreciate sharp humor, lively energy. Grill hissed, sun-dipped horizon, wondered about Caroline's game. Still unsure about Josh, clever, engaging, never dull. Doorbell rang, guests arriving. Career shift recently. Financial planning practice to city, original office coastal town, 2.5-hour drive. Schedule: 1 week monthly, return home, stay with parents, meet longtime clients. Running smoothly. City, shared apartment with Nate Kim, college friend, IT job at major bank. Nate, creative streak, career choice unexpected. Heart of trendy Maples district. Vibrant. Bars, restaurants, boutiques. Office walking distance. Neighborhood pulsed with youthful energy. Lively bar. First met Sarah. Maxwell, well-known restaurant and lounge, blocks from apartment. Third visit, finally spoke to her. Stepped from magazine. Stunning, curvaceous, out of my league. Bartending, seemed genuinely interested my life, career, ambitions. Curiosity caught me off guard. Breathtakingly beautiful, I just decent-looking financial planner. High school, dated Emily Foster, bright, attractive, full of energy. Long-distance college, got best of us. Dated casually after, nothing serious. Evening, Nate and I left Maxwell, nearly asked Sarah out. Distinct feeling she wanted me to, hesitated. Fear rejection, awkwardness losing favorite bar. Man, she's ridiculously hot, Nate remarked. And she's into you. Make a move. You really think so? I asked, unsure. No doubt. If you don't, someone else will. Next night, returned to Maxwell alone, determined take his advice. Courage, finally asked her out. She said yes. How it began. First, out of my depth, never with someone striking as Sarah. Made it clear she was interested. Before long, biggest confirmation, herself physically. Unlike anyone I'd been with. Past relationships few, including Emily, nothing compared to Sarah. Not inexperienced, beside her, novice. She, entirely different league. Uninhibited, adventurous, always push boundaries, introduced me to things never considered. Wondered where she learned it all, how much experience. New answer, plenty. Chose not to dwell, not taint what we had with doubts. Uncertainty drowned out sheer excitement being with her. Evening, gathered back deck. Dinner remnants, drinks in hand. Third glass wine, conversation with Derek, ambitions, managerial position, diesel shop. Boss super religious, he said. Think going to his church help my chances? Studied him moment. Not sincere, might come across manipulative. Yeah, probably right, he admitted. I'll think it over. Discussion meandered. Aurora turned to Sarah. What's agenda tonight? Sarah clapped hands. All right, everyone. Keep open mind. All in good fun? We're playing truth or dare. Barely suppressed groan. Fantastic. What I'd hoped to avoid. Derek, Aurora, Josh immediately on board, enthusiasm palpable. Glanced at Sarah, playful smirk, brief glance Aurora, Derek, Josh. Grinning, anticipating whatever coming next. Monica, weak smile, didn't seem thrilled. Strong suspicion we on same page. First game, light-hearted, innocent teasing, playful questions. Biggest celebrity crush? How old virginity? Nothing outrageous. Then Josh's turn, challenge, singled out Sarah. Chose dare. Josh's lips curled smirk. I dare you take off either your top or your shorts. Head snapped up. Hold on a second. Sarah shrugged. It's fine, she said easily, relaxed smile. Underwear on. As if modeling swimsuit. Sarah thrived under attention, constantly towing line, playful, provocative. Admired her boldness, especially just us. Couldn't ignore possessiveness creeping in. Wanted that confidence reserved for me alone. Before I could react, casually pulled off top, delicate white bra. Josh, Derek whistled. Aurora, cheerleader, laughed, clapped. That's the spirit, she encouraged. Sarah's grin widened, reveling moment. I, less amused, kept thoughts to myself. Irritations simmered beneath surface. Game continued, mostly light-hearted, until Aurora dared to bare herself front of everyone. Unlike me, Derek embraced challenge without hesitation. Without missing beat, Aurora lifted shirt, revealing everything underneath. Well endowed, not my preference, undeniably noticeable. Laughter erupted from most group. Monica, I exchanged unimpressed glances. One more round, then we're done, I said firmly. Chuckles, groans protest, unease settled in gut. Sarah up next turned toward Josh. All right, Dare, she challenged. Josh smirked. Dare, he confirmed. Mischievous glint flickered in Sarah's eyes. Flash your Johnny for 10 seconds. Monica's expression darkened instantly. Don't even think about it, she warned. Josh didn't hesitate. Stood, unbuttoned shorts, without shame, boxers and shorts, dropped floor. Sarah. Aurora froze, caught off guard. I sat stunned silence. Derek burst out laughing, completely unfazed. Moment I realized game spiraled out of control. Josh wasn't done. Added hip movement, crude dance. Turned to Sarah, dismay staring at him, entranced. Monica's breaking point. I'm leaving, she announced, voice sharp frustration. Glare on Josh. You either get in car dressed or you can walk home. Enough to kill night. Group dispersed quickly. Sarah, I started cleaning up, unusually quiet. Got out of hand, don't you think? I finally said. Oh, please, just joke, she replied breezily. Don't be so uptight, she teased, smirk. Sarah, people basically naked, I pointed out. You were practically naked, she countered, grin unfazed, playful glint in her eye, upped ante. Want to see naked? She teased. Before I could respond, stripped right there front of me. Conversation ended. Left both distracted, unsettled. Something about evening wouldn't leave my mind. Not type to enjoy watching wife put on show for others. Flirty confidence, teasing nature. Supposed to be for me, not audience. Drifted off to sleep, felt both satisfied, uneasy. Next morning, laced up running shoes, set off quiet streets, jog to gather thoughts. Rehearsed how bring it up with her. Not against fun, liked good party, boundaries mattered. Relationship for us, not anyone else's entertainment. Part of commitment we made, wasn't willing to let it go. Got back home, overheard Sarah on phone. Voice dipped, noticed me, caught something about package, quickly wrapped call, giggle. "Who was that?" I asked. "Oh, just Aurora," she said, still smiling. "She and Derek think last night was best party yet." Exhaled slowly. "We need to talk about last night, especially your behavior." Sarah's expression shifted. Not often defensive, words clearly struck nerve. "It was harmless," she snapped. "Just fun. No one else complaining, nothing happened." Tried to explain how I felt. She shut me out. Conversation heated, eventually resorted to silence. Frustrated, grabbed rake, headed yard, needing clear head. Worked, sifted emotions. Didn't think I was being unreasonable. Loved Sarah's free spirit. Limits had to be. Some things remain private, just between us. Maybe a little insecure. Sarah beautiful, men always noticing her. Not badly looking myself, stayed in shape, worked hard as financial planner, not flashy. No concrete reason question her loyalty. Some moments from before marriage still haunted me. 3 months together. Gathered fragments Sarah's past. Clearer picture who she was. Never hesitated share experiences. Father abandoned family when child, leaving unshakable need male affirmation. Grew adolescence. Quickly learned attention, never short supply. Never pried details past relationships, openly revealed lost virginity. 16, rarely long without boyfriend, or casually put it, playmate. Sarah thrived knowledge desired, acutely aware influence beauty afforded her. Not long after relationship began, invitation gathering house someone I barely knew. At that point, hadn't explicitly defined relationship, mind we were exclusive. Told me she loved me, for me, love, commitment inseparable. Evening, stepped out bedroom red dress so daring, moment, gather thoughts. "Well?" she prompted, spinning slightly, full effect. Nodded slowly, still processing. "You look stunning," I admitted, adding, "but wow, that's quite statement." Lips curled small pout. "Too much?" Hesitated, choosing words carefully. "Clients at this party, just bold choice." Sarah usually easygoing, if one thing wouldn't tolerate, critique her appearance. Expression darkened. "So you think I look cheap?" she snapped. "Are you embarrassed to be seen with me?" Immediately attempted smooth things over, damage done. Eventually apologized, though remained slightly distant, left for party, still wearing dress. House perched high hills, tastefully decorated, abundance gourmet food, open bar. Familiar faces scattered crowd. Colleagues, old acquaintances college, members athletic club. Then him. Hudson. Recognized him college. Men exuded effortless confidence. Slicked back black hair, easy smirk, looked like someone never questioned his own appeal. Carried himself as though every room belonged to him, champagne in hand, radiating charm. Eyes landed Sarah. Already drawn fair share attention evening, mostly men struggled, keep gazes off her. Stayed close to me, suddenly made me focus. Conversations hadn't sought out. Stepped away, grabbed drinks, returned. Hudson leaning casually against bar, chatting Sarah. grin widened. Moment spotted me, feigning camaraderie. Sarah fully engrossed their exchange, basking undivided attention, admiration, way he regarded her as if she were most captivating woman-room. Keeping composure, guided her away without word. Evening wore on, drifted apart, pulled into discussions business, investments, upcoming ventures, losing track time. Hour passed, realized hadn't seen her while. Quick scan main areas, living room, kitchen, lounge, yielded nothing. Forced myself stay calm, unease crept in. Stepping outside, scanned crowd. Small groups chatting drinks, few people huddled together smoking cold night air. No sign Sarah, no sign Hudson. Tight knot formed stomach. Turned back toward house, then heard it. Her laughter, unmistakably light, drifting farther down street. Following sound, spotted them. Sarah walked beside Hudson, engaged animated conversation. Body language relaxed, too comfortable. Took her moment notice me. "Oh, hey, honey," she greeted me, as if just happened appear. "Hudson was just showing me his new BMW." Hudson smirked. "She's quite handful," he quipped, added chuckle. "I mean, the car." Studied Sarah, searching any signs something amiss. Didn't appear disheveled. Slight adjustment her dress. Subtle shift hadn't been there before. Kept face unreadable. Frustration simmered beneath surface. "We're leaving," I stated flatly. She blinked, momentarily thrown off. "Of course, why wouldn't I?" Hudson clapped hand my shoulder, meant friendly gesture. "Good seeing you again," he said, extending handshake. I accepted, gripping firmly. Not bodybuilder. Years training given me strength, made sure he felt it. Smirk faltered, registered pressure, knees bending slightly under force before finally let go. Without another word, turned to Sarah. Ready leave. His mouth opened, no sound came out. Sharp intake breath betrayed his discomfort. "You're hurting Hudson," Sarah gasped, voice edged alarm. I let go instantly. "Oh, my bad," I murmured, barely sparing them glance, turning heel, striding toward car. Settled into driver's seat, clicked seatbelt place. Sarah already slipped into passenger seat beside me. Air between us felt thick, charged weight, unspoken words. New for us. First real conflict. Until now, relationship easy, seamless flow, shared moments, mutual attraction. I cared her deeply. She intoxicating, radiant, thrilling, force nature. Every night we spent together electric. But Sarah thrived attention. Currency by which she measured worth. Men always surrounded her, eager bask in her glow, ready offer admiration. We never formally defined what we were, yet near daily rendezvous, intimate exchanges, whispered confessions. I assumed we aligned, unspoken commitment, adult equivalent going steady. Pulled up front her apartment, shifted park. She turned toward me, expression softer now. "Aren't you coming up?" she asked, voice blend invitation, reassurance. Hudson meant nothing, just harmless fun. Exhaled slowly, shaking head. "I've had enough fun for one night. See you later." Her lips parted, ready protest, didn't give her chance. Drove away. Calls started that night. Texts followed. I ignored them. Drowned my self-work. Business trip coast loomed calendar, moved up departure date, eager space, clarity. Mother delighted have me home long weekend. Between client meetings, comforting pull routine, found solace distraction. On paper, everything in place. Business thriving, reputation growing. Financially solid. Week ago, would have said personal life just as steady. Now, wasn't so sure. Sarah didn't let up. Texts persisted, calls continued. My responses remained short, detached. When finally asked when I'd be back, gave her simplest answer. Friday night. Evening. Moment stepped inside apartment. Doorbell rang. Opened it. Find her standing there, wrapped raincoat, holding small gift-wrapped box hands. "This is for you," she said, smile hesitant, hopeful. Tore away paper, revealing antique skeleton key. "You hold key to my heart," she murmured. Stared at her, caught between lingering frustration, undeniable pull she still had over me. Before I could respond, loosened belt coat, let it slip open. Every ounce resistance I had left shattered instant. She mesmerizing, designed dismantle my defenses. Later, as we lay tangled my sheets, finally asked about Hudson. "I shouldn't have stepped outside with him," she admitted, absent-mindedly tracing patterns my chest. "But he was just being friendly." "And?" I prompted. "Nothing happened," she said firmly. "He got a little too familiar, but guys like that, I've been handling them since I was 14. Met her gaze, speaking plainly. "I get jealous, Sarah. If this isn't serious for you, I need to know now. I don't do casual," I continued. "I'm either in relationship or I'm not." She shifted, sliding top of me, fingers ghosting over my face. "I'm committed," she whispered. "I love you. I want forever." Then she kissed me, dissolved last of my doubts. Sarah never held on to grudges. After that night, things between us fell back into place. If anything, she was more affectionate. Also noticed, when I around, she and Aurora weren't quite as inseparable as used to be. One Saturday afternoon, outside working yard, Josh strolled by. Lived nearby, impromptu visits weren't unusual. Exchanged small talk, lawn maintenance, landscaping, eventually settling onto back deck, couple beers in hand. Never been especially close to Josh. Cocky edge to him, too self-assured my taste. As we talked, opened up about ongoing custody battle. First time I saw different side him. Then, out of nowhere, he asked, "Where's Sarah?" "Out shopping," I replied. Continued chatting. About 15 minutes later, she appeared, barely there bikini. Skin glistened under sun, stepped behind privacy screen. "Hey, Josh," she called casually, passing. Watched as Josh tried, not very successfully, not to look. Gaze flicked toward her, despite himself. Took slow sip beer, studying him corner eye. Moment later, stretched, stood. "Well, should get back to work," I said, nodding toward yard. Josh got hint. As we walked toward gate, he smirked. "Hey, if Sarah needed help sunscreen, all she had to do was ask." I didn't laugh. Fleeting exchange with Josh stirred up memories similar moment with Hudson. And that incident marked turning point Sarah, me. Finally, let go frustration lingered from that night. Understanding back then, weren't fully committed each other. Now we were. Sarah remained just as affectionate, spontaneous, full of energy as ever. Beauty undeniable, couldn't ignore attention she attracted whenever we were out. Over time, started dropping subtle hints our future, thoughts occupying my own mind as well. Felt torn. Part wondered if she'd truly perfect long-term partner. Another part couldn't deny she was everything man could desire. End made decision. No one else could compare to her.
surprised her trip Caribbean. While there, I proposed. Joy instant. Wasted no time calling her mother Aurora, share news. Told my parents, expressed happiness for me, caught slight note hesitation my father's tone. Resort paradise. Private beaches, elegant pools, lively bars, top-tier service. First day, Sarah wore bikini, left little imagination. Turning heads everywhere we went. Spent day enjoying cocktails, walking shoreline, eventually retreating sweet. Combination sunset. Few drinks led intimate evening. Resort staff warm, attentive, particularly beach attendants. Young men, early 20s, catering mostly older women, relished extra attention. Brought drinks, adjusted chairs, handed out towels, if requested, applied sunscreen. Naturally, Sarah tiny swimsuits caught their eyes. One in particular, Mateo, seemed be around constantly. Young, sun-kissed, lean, carrying himself easy confidence. First thought, nothing it. One afternoon, took jet ski out, Sarah stayed behind sunbathe. When I returned, found Mateo rubbing sunscreen her bare back. Hands lingered, trailing along her sides. Way made my stomach tighten. "What's going on here?" I asked, keeping voice steady. Mateo immediately pulled hands away. "Just didn't want Miss Sarah burn. Just trying help," he said, tone little too nonchalant. "I'll handle it," I said flatly. Muttering something under breath, he walked away, turned to Sarah. "What was that?" She looked up lazily. "What do you mean?" "Your top was undone. Guy had his hands all over you. Was he touching you inappropriately?" She rolled her eyes. "Oh, please, he might have brushed my sides, but you know my body only for you." Took slow breath, deciding let it go. Refused, let something so minor ruin our trip. Instead, suggested we head back sweet. She caught my meaning instantly. As we walked, grabbed towel conceal my growing anticipation. By time vacation ended, wedding plans already underway. Flight home, Sarah slept beside me. I gazed out window, replaying moments trip mind. Unforgettable, yet couldn't quite shake image Mateo's hands her skin. Once back, life settled usual routine. Work kept me busy, career progressing steadily. Sarah still worked Maxwell, mostly covering lunchtime shifts, left our evenings free. Didn't need job, enjoyed having own income. Summer approaching, another couple's gathering inevitable. Hoped those truth or dare parties would die out. Aurora, Sarah already planning next one. Pool party Josh, Monica's mid-July. As soon as I heard, set boundary. "None bikinis from Caribbean," Sarah smirked. "I'll wear red one." "No way," I said firmly. "One thing strangers see you in that, not our friends." She didn't argue, assumed matter settled. Then Tuesday before party, phone call from my mom. Father suffered heart attack. Within hour, Sarah, eye on road, her hand resting over mine as I drove hometown. Worry wasn't just for Dad, also for Mom. Always depended his unwavering presence. Fortunately, surgery went well. Expected make full recovery. Night, stayed hospital. "Sarah, my mother went home. Get some rest." Morning, Father already sitting up bed, casually working crossword puzzle as if nothing happened. Day passed quietly. Could tell Sarah starting grow restless. "You don't have to stay," I told her gently. "Go home, get some rest." At first hesitated. Afternoon finally agreed. Next few days spent getting parents settled into new place. Dad, I ended up watching baseball together. Not because either of us found it remotely exciting,
out of strange sense duty. Friday, picked up phone, called Sarah check-in. "Are you coming back?" she asked right away. "Not before Sunday earliest." She exhaled audibly. "Parties tomorrow." I completely blanked on it. "Right. Are you still planning to go?" "I don't know," she admitted. "Aurora, Monica's sister keep pushing me too. Not in mood argue," I told her. She could make own decision, left it at that. Saturday, Dad looked drained. Urged him take it easy, while I helped my mom some home projects. Afternoon spent installing shelves basement, got so lost task, time slipped away. Finally glanced clock, nearly 10 p.m. I should call Sarah, I muttered myself, dialing her number. She picked up after few rings. Hey, what's up?" I asked, instantly noticing noise background. Music, chatter, bursts laughter. "Hi, baby. I met Josh, Monica's," she said, sounding distracted. "We having great time." "Oh, right, party. How's my dad doing?" Pause. Before she could answer, high-pitched squeal rang through phone, followed another fit laughter. I frowned. "Sarah, what was that?" She didn't respond immediately. More laughter followed, then man's voice, muffled, playful. "Nothing, just—" she started. Another outburst cut her off. Cold sensations settled in gut. Jaw clenched involuntarily. "Sarah, baby, it's fine, just game," she said quickly, little too quickly. Shut my eyes, gripping phone tighter. "Not again." "What's wrong?" she asked, tone light, almost teasing. "How much have you had to drink?" I pressed, unease deepening. "Signal's bad," she said abruptly, voice crackling through speaker. "Can I call you back?" "No," I snapped. "I'll call you." About end call, just before line disconnected, caught voice, clear, distinct. "Get that top off too," laughter erupted again. Then background, voice, one that could have been Sarah's. Audio broke up before I could be sure. Then call gone. Heavy weight pressed against chest. This wasn't just harmless fun. I needed answers. Exhaustion kept me from jumping car that night. Instead, made decision. Scrolled through contacts, dialed number hadn't used while. "Hey, Adam, need favor?" "Yeah, what's up?" "Can you swing by Josh, Monica's place, take few pictures? I need know what's going on." Adam hesitated, didn't push details. "Got it. I'll send you whatever I find." "Appreciate it, man." Exhaled, switched off phone, forced myself restless sleep. Morning. New messages waiting. Adam had delivered. Opened first image. Breath stalled throat. Sarah, completely naked, with Josh. Swiped next. Derek, also unclothed, hands all over her. Next one. Sarah, Aurora, both stripped bare. Dancing for Josh. Derek. Final image. Josh gets intimate with Sarah. Stared at phone. Mind sluggish process reality front of me. This wasn't suspicion. Wasn't misinterpretation. Irrefutable proof her betrayal. Long moment. Felt nothing. Then came anger. Sharp, precise, unwavering. Needed end this marriage, secure finances, make sure she paid for this. Shortly after noon, phone rang. Sarah's name lit up screen. Voice soft, affectionate. "I miss you," she murmured. "How's your dad? When are you coming home?" Needed her now more than ever. Temptation confront her burned inside me. Swallowed it down. No. Better ways make them pay. Instead,
steadied myself, masking fury behind my words. "Dad's not doing well," I said. Her voice softened concern. "Oh no. Do you want me come over?" "No," I replied swiftly. "Best if you don't. He's too weak for visitors." She didn't push further. That night, stuffed bag clothes, got car, drove straight into city. Moment arrived, pulled out phone, dialed Nate, old roommate. "Hey, can I crash your place bit?" "Of course, TJ," he said, caught off guard. "Everything okay?" "Not really," I muttered. Reached his apartment, already waiting door, beer in hand. Passed at me as I stepped inside, settled into worn-out couch. "All right," he said, giving me pointed look. "Talk to me." I didn't hold back. Told him everything, every sickening detail. Pulled out photos. He let out sharp breath, shaking head disbelief. "Damn," he muttered. "Always figured Sarah flirt. Never thought she'd actually go through with it." Jaw tightened. "I'm not letting this slide. Not just about her, it's all of them. I need keep this under wraps until I decide my next move." Nate nodded, expression turning serious. "You've got my word." Next afternoon, parked outside Derek's office, waited. When finally appeared, heading toward his truck, stepped forward, caught his eye. "Derek, let's grab drink." He hesitated, gave casual shrug. "Yeah, all right." Ended up small, dimly lit bar, kind where no one eavesdrops. Once drinks arrived, leaned in slightly. "So," I said, swirling glass, "tell me what really happened last Saturday." Derek shrugged, playing it cool. "Just another party, nothing crazy." Let silence linger before sliding photo across table. "You call this nothing?" Split second. His expression faltered, quickly forced chuckle. "Come on, man. Girls had little too much fun. Didn't mean anything." Kept voice steady. "Sure, no big deal." Then, lowering tone, leaned in closer. "But I wonder what your boss would think about it." Derek immediately stiffened, fully aware what unfolding before him. Employer deeply religious, eager climb corporate ladder, new stakes, as maid move stand shoved him back down into seat. "Stay where you are," I ordered, voice firm. Derek swallowed hard, nodded hesitantly. "All right, okay." Over next hour, unloaded everything. Back high school, Sarah, Aurora never had much. Worn-out clothes, beat-up cars, made them easy targets ridicule. Striking looks set them apart. By time 15, both had older boyfriends who could afford indulge them. Derek took sip beer before continuing. "Sarah once told Aurora, 'All I want is nice clothes, nice car, nice house.'" He hesitated, adding, "She enjoys intimacy, so she doesn't mind using it get what she wants. Richer man, better." Wave nausea washed over me. "So she's always been like this?" I asked, keeping tone neutral as possible. Derek nodded. "Yeah. When you two started dating, she was already seeing someone else. She told Aurora she thought you had more potential, so started dating you, while still with him." I cleansed glass tightly. "So she was involved, both of us, same time?" "Yeah," Derek admitted. "About 3 months." Slow, simmering anger took hold chest. "And since we got married?" Derek hesitated, exhaling. "I know at least 2 other men." Pulse pounded ears. "Who?" "I don't have all details," Derek replied, shrug. "One of them, last name was Hudson or something. She said you knew him." Stomach dropped. "Hudson?" I muttered.
Same guy I had caught her with at that party before we were married. Sat silence, staring drink, thoughts racing. Across from me, Derek sipped beer as if hadn't just shattered entire marriage. Forced myself ask one last question. If someone wealthier, better house, nicer car came along, would she leave me? Derek didn't even hesitate. Yeah, she would. Long suspected truth. Hearing it out loud cemented resolve. Sat there absorbing everything Derek just revealed. Storm emotions raged within me. Anger, betrayal, disbelief, but kept expression composed. After moment, pushed forward. What happened Saturday? Was Monica involved? Derek shook head. No, Monica left early. Her sister's boyfriend got into fight, so she went help. After that, rest group, well, you know. I let out slow breath. So Monica doesn't know what happened? No, and don't tell her, Derek warned. I nodded. Wasn't my place. Brief silence, I asked. Does it bother you that Aurora sleeps with other guys? Derek let out short laugh. Wife? We're not married. Took another sip beer. She calls me her husband, but we never made it official. Leaned back chair. I care about her, sure, but marriage, no chance. That's why we don't have kids. Stared at him. Even Derek, I had always considered oblivious, been more cautious than me when came to women. Time leave, too much process. Back Nate's place. Laid everything out for him. As he listened, expression darkened, sadness quickly morphing into fury. Deep sense humiliation settled in gut. How many people had laughed at me behind my back? Nate sat silence moment, lost thought. Then looked up, asked, Has she ever met Anthony Brooks? I frowned. No, haven't seen him since college. Why? Nate's lips curled into smirk as he turned laptop, began typing rapidly. Few minutes, glanced up, eyes glinting mischief. Can you get $3,000 fast? Yeah, but why? I asked, suddenly suspicious. And I need you lease BMW for 6 months, he added, grin widening. I narrowed eyes. What are you up to? Nate leaned back chair, smirk turning downright devious. I have plan. It'll cost you $3,000 leased BMW, but trust me, it'll be worth every penny. Listened as he laid it all out. Return to Sarah tomorrow, act as if nothing changed. Then come back here Thursday evening. Anthony Brooks will be ready. Next morning, called Sarah. I'll be home later tonight. Made sure carry myself as usual, attributing any odd behavior stress my father's declining health. Whether I was more convincing than expected, or she simply wasn't paying attention, she didn't question me. That Thursday evening, met Nate, Anthony Brooks, at Nate's condo. As always, Anthony exuded effortless confidence. Smooth, composed, undeniably attractive. Charm deliberate, yet natural. Smile calculated, yet inviting. Exchanged pleasantries before Nate got straight point. Anthony's going seduce Sarah, he announced. He'll present himself as high-powered New York investment banker, make her fall for him. Anthony nodded, posture relaxed. I've got 5 months before my next job starts. More than enough time. Studied me, measuring my reaction. Are you absolutely sure you're okay with this? She is your wife, after all. Met his gaze, feeling oddly disconnected. I don't care. Anthony gave small shrug. All right then, let's begin. Next few hours, we worked strategy. I provided Sarah's work schedule, details her preferences. Things impressed her. How she responded displays wealth. Following week uneventful. Observed her carefully, watching any subtle changes.
remained same. Still shared intimacy, felt mechanical, devoid meaning. Didn't mind pretending, especially knowing what was coming. By next Thursday, eager for update. Anthony leaned back chair, smirking.
I've been Maxwell 3 times now. First visit, made sure she noticed me. Second, we exchanged few words. Third time, we introduced ourselves. Took sip drink before continuing. She mentioned she works 11 to 3 tomorrow. I'll drop by around 2 for late lunch. Had spent $1,200 on suit play part. Next week brought mixed anticipation, apprehension, like waiting next episode unfolding drama. Scrutinized Sarah, looking any indication emotional withdrawal. If she was pulling away, masked it well. Then Tuesday came home later than usual, kitchen when she walked in.
"Hey, honey, how was your day?" My tone casual, focus sharp. "Oh, I ended up working late," she replied smoothly, placing purse counter. Knew she hadn't been work, played along. Space between us growing, wasn't going stop it. Physical aspect our relationship continued, emotional connection fading. Only made detachment easier. Few days later, made things even simpler for her. "Dad needs some help," I told her.
I'll be heading out Friday afternoon. She hesitated before asking, "Should I come with you?" Her tone uncertain, lacking conviction. "No, it's fine," I assured her. "Just helping out, then staying few extra days for client meetings." She nodded, not pressing further. That Thursday, met with Nate, Anthony again. Anthony's grin wide. "She's hooked." We had coffee Friday. She brought up her marriage, hinted at problems, like she was giving me opening. We scheduled lunch date Tuesday. He leaned back, smug. "She's interested." I played it carefully, dropped subtle hints about money without being obvious. Let her wonder just how wealthy I am. At home, Shift Sarah became more apparent. Wasn't just distancing herself, preparing let go. Tuesday arrived, got home after 5 p.m. House empty. Went run. Returned. Still wasn't there. Making dinner when she finally walked through door. "Hey," I said, stirring pot pasta. "How was your day?" She smiled. "Oh, I worked late again." I nodded, keeping face unreadable, stirring pot, playing my part. Next morning, Anthony provided another update. "Our lunch turned into make-out session," he said, smirk deepening. "She mentioned you being out town, so we made plans for Friday night." Jaw tightened slightly, fingers pressing into coffee mug. Rush emotions, anger, betrayal, satisfaction washed over me. Everything unfolding precisely as planned. Weeks went by, Sarah's involvement with Anthony progressed exactly as expected. By weekend, knew they had slept together. While she spent time with him, made sure stay at my parents' place, conveniently keeping myself out picture. No surprises there. At home, grew distant. Not cruel, not unkind, methodically detaching from me, unraveling our connection thread by thread. Bittersweet way. Every so often, would catch fleeting glimpses woman I once cherished. Brief moments carried sting, never lasted long. Around 3-month mark, Anthony Brooks began pressing Sarah something more serious. Confessed his love by then, she utterly convinced he was successful New York investment banker, owner luxurious Manhattan apartment, key life she always dreamed of. No inkling storm brewing horizon. One evening, Anthony Brooks mentioned offhandedly, "She talks about you like your ancient history. She's moved on, even if she hasn't made it official yet." Few weeks later, Sarah casually remarked, "Aurora, I are planning spa weekend California. That okay with you?" I already knew truth. Anthony Brooks invited her Sun Valley weekend. Keeping expression neutral, smiled warmly, replied, "Of course. Have great time." That night, uncharacteristically affectionate, as if compensating for something, almost amusing. She had no idea web deception tightening around her. Anthony Brooks orchestrated everything meticulously. Plan was proposed during their getaway. $500 cubic zirconia ring. So flawless, she'd never suspect wasn't real. She wouldn't see it coming. During our Thursday meeting, Anthony Brooks smirked, placing phone table, screen displaying picture, Sarah glowing, hand-raised flaunt ring. "She said yes," he announced. "Should be talking to you about leaving soon." This was moment I had been waiting for. Strategy simple. Feign devastation. Beg her reconsider. Drag out breakup just long enough make her desperate quick escape. That way she'd willingly sign away everything, handing me full control my assets. When Sarah finally approached me, hesitation crept into her voice. "TJ, we need to talk." I looked up from laptop, feigning confusion. "What's wrong?" She drew deep breath. "It's time we go our separate ways. I've met someone else. I want be with him." I widened my eyes, letting stage shock settle in. "What? But we're married, Sarah. I can't believe this." She looked away. "I'm sorry, TJ, but it's over. I need move on." I let my voice crack artificial heartbreak. "I won't let you go," I shouted, ensuring sounded shattered. "We can work through this. We need counseling." She seemed startled. Exactly what I wanted. More resistance I showed, more eager she would be finalize things quickly. Few days later, arrived home stack papers, placing them carefully between us table. "This is what I'm proposing," she murmured, barely above whisper. I scanned documents. She was relinquishing everything. Our house, my assets, my car. All she wanted uncontested divorce. Fast, clean. I delivered finest performance yet. Voice trembled as I whispered, "I can't believe you're doing this." Few drops. Vizine made my eyes glisten, hands shaking slightly as I signed papers. Sarah hesitated fraction second before gathering documents, leaving. Newfound lightness her step. Genuinely believed she was about step into luxurious life she always wanted, marrying wealthy investment banker. No idea she simply walking into final stage my plan. By mid-September, our divorce set be finalized October 5th. Sarah remained blissfully unaware elaborate con unfolding around her. Believed she'd be married by then, living opulence. At our Thursday meeting, Nate grinned. "Anthony Brooks will keep up charade rented condo another 2 weeks. Then, day their supposed move New York, she'll return pack her things. Anthony Brooks will tell her he's meeting her there with moving truck. But of course, he never will. She'll be stranded." I add with smirk. Nate nodded. "He told her his last name was Turner. Trying track him down will be nightmare. Even if she does, it'll cost her." Anthony Brooks exhaled, rubbing his jaw. "This is brutal, man. You sure about this?" I met his gaze, unwavering. Not nearly as brutal as what she did to me. He leaned back, sighing. "I get it, but damn, she was incredible in bed." I chuckled. "Yeah, she lingered on edges my world, present but never truly within reach." As days crept toward inevitable end, my interactions with Sarah remained civil, yet detached. Now and then, allowed myself faint trace regret, never once asked her reconsider. Refused to, because deep down, I knew if she wavered, if even for second, she showed hesitation, Some weak, fractured part of me might have begged her stay, that I could never allow. Then moment arrived. Stepped into house, poised, composed, as if already embraced future awaiting her. "Need any help?" I asked, keeping voice deliberately neutral. She offered bright, unbothered smile, already shedding remnants this life. "No, I've got it." By midday, made first call Anthony Brooks. I watched as confusion flickered across her face, slowly morphing into irritation when call went straight voicemail. She redialed. Same result. "Number's been disconnected," she muttered, trying again with growing urgency. Face paled as she turned to me. "Can I use your phone?" "Of course," I said smoothly, handing it over. She dialed once more, pressing device tightly her ear, straining any sign recognition other end. Then I saw it. Exact moment reality crashed over her. Breath hitched as fear took root. Flurry, called luxury condo where Anthony supposedly been staying. "I'm sorry, ma'am," receptionist replied. "That lease ended Saturday. Unit is available for rent again." Her composure cracked. Turned to me, voice thin, unsteady. I need to drive back to condo. There must be some mistake. Can I leave my things here for now?" "Of course," I said, tone effortlessly smooth. "Take your time." She bolted outdoor. Last I saw her. That weekend, while she spiraled into panic, I moved to next phase my plan. Sent out 3 separate packages, each containing incriminating photographs from that infamous party. One she attended while I sat beside my father's hospital bed. First envelope went Derek's devoutly religious employer, pointed note. "A man's moral compass reflected his work, wouldn't you agree?" Second landed hands Josh's ex-wife, simple message. "Thought you'd like see what your ex has been up to. Lucky for you, kids are safe with you." Third made its way contact Santa Monica, reading, "Looks like we missed real highlight party. Sorry you had hear it from me. Let's grab drink sometime." Each note bore my name, number. With that handled, turned my attention Hudson. Considered letting Nate orchestrate something fitting for him, something poetic, before I could act. Sarah returned. Appeared Monday evening, as though nothing happened. "Hi, honey," she greeted me, smile bright, demeanor unchanged. "Sorry for little misunderstanding. I'm home for good." Stared at her, disbelief settling over me like slow-moving storm. "Unbelievable, Sarah," I said, voice devoid warmth. "You destroyed my life. This isn't your home. You were ready leave, remember? Off New York." Confidence, her eyes flickered. "No, I changed my mind. It's you I want." I didn't bother pretending anymore. "Forget it," I said, tone flat. "Get out. Don't ever come back." Desperation twisted her features. Last-ditch effort, turned seduction, reaching behind her back, undoing her bra, letting it slip floor, believing foolishly this would be enough, pull me back in. I didn't even blink. Without second thought, shut door her face. Smirk pulling at my lips. "Say hi to Anthony Brooks for me." Through window, watched as she froze, full weight her miscalculation sinking in. Only now did she understand just how thoroughly she had been played. Our story has ended. Reminder trust, loyalty, years build, destroyed instant. Someone loved betrays us, face choice. Hold on to broken illusion, or let go dignity. Important not cling false love, if built lies. True love doesn't require games,
manipulation, tests, choice made every day. Someone doesn't value you, time turn page, leave past behind. Share your opinion comments. Has this ever happened you? May the force be with you. See you soon, friends.